All right, welcome to part two. This is part two of the percussions, okay? First thing I want you to get out is this, remember this lesson stuff we did from lesson one, lesson two, lesson three, lesson four. We're just going to real quick go over all this, okay, just a review, and then we're going to get some chart working, okay, just to do some review. So nothing to really write down, okay? I'm just going to look at a couple of these and make sure we remember how to count them, okay? Anytime during these videos I do some stick clicking and everything, I'm gonna try to send home some sticks. If you have sticks at home, go ahead and be stick clicking them, or you don't even have to stick clicking. You can drum them out. Okay, I'm not gonna. You can do whatever you want to, just as long as you're doing something to represent that you understand its rhythm. Okay, so this should have been mostly. This should be done. All this should be done, whether we did it in the video or you were supposed to do it for homework. Okay, all this should be done. So I'm just gonna pick out a few from each lesson, and we're just gonna go over them. Okay, so starting on lesson one. Okay, just reviewing. I want to look at Let's look at number 8. Okay, number 8. Now, if you have done this, this is a good time to review or to check your work. Okay, so let's look at number 8. So that first measure. We got a quarter note on beat 1 with rest, rest, rest. Okay, the second measure we got a rest on beat 1, and then we got a quarter, rest, rest. Okay, then the next measure we got 2 rest, followed by a quarter, followed by a rest, and then the last one we got rest, 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 quarter note. Okay, can you see that? I hope you can. Okay, I'm trying to block some views. Okay, all right. Don't mind my ugly writing. Okay, I'm just going through stuff really fast. Okay, so remember, quarter notes get one beat. Okay, quarter notes get one beat. Okay, so that means they should get only one number. Okay, never should a quarter note have two. It should only have one. Okay, so look at that first measure. If you remember how we write out the representation of the quarter note, okay, then you should notice, okay, don't mind these are bar lines, okay, those are bar lines, don't mind those, okay. If you remember, okay, 4/4 time, we got 4/4, okay. But yeah, I ain't gone into time signatures yet, but you know, whatever. Y'all should know what time signatures are by now, okay. So, you got 4 quarter notes, quarter rest, okay. So each quarter note, quarter rest gets a beat, okay. So that first measure should be a big 1, okay, followed by a little 2 on that first quarter rest, followed by a little 3 on the second quarter rest, followed by a little 4 on that fourth quarter rest. And you need to make sure that all those quarter rests have slashes through them, okay? Make sure those quarter rests have slashes through them because they got, remember, someone's calling me, hold on. All right, sorry about that, someone was calling. All right, where were we? All right, so yeah, -1, -2, or -2, 3, 4. Okay, let's go on and go to the next one. Okay, so the next one we got a rest on beat 1. Okay, so we got a rest on beat 1, so we should have a small 1, followed by a quarter note on beat 2, so big 2, and a little 3, little 4. Make sure on the rest that the dashes are in. Make sure on the rest the dashes are in there. Okay, go to the next one. We got little 1, little 2, big 3, little 4, okay. Dashes for my rest, okay. And the last one, we got little 1, little 2, little 3, big 4. Make sure to put the dashes between the rest, okay. Now, if I was to click this out, okay, stick click this, okay. Like I said, you can hit something, I don't care. As long as you're doing something, it could be something with your hand. I'll try, if you don't have sticks, I know the kids who don't have sticks, okay? So if you don't have sticks at home, I will be sending sticks with you in this next packet. But if you don't have sticks, just clap, tap your chest. I don't really care what you do as long as you're doing something with me, okay? So I'm just gonna click my sticks, okay? So if I was to count those off, okay, can you see that? Y'all can kind of see that, right? Yeah, okay. So let's click and count this real quick, okay? 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, if I can do it a little bit better, okay. I would do, if you want to do it a different way, you can have it where you're missing the click on the rest, okay. So like if I just did the first measure with non-clicking on the rest, it'd look 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So watch me. I'm gonna do the whole exercise again, but with the missed clicks to represent the rest. Okay. So do it with me if you want to or not. Okay. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. All right. Let's look at, where did my stuff go? Real quick, let's look at number 10, okay? I'm going to pause the video so I can rewrite it. Look at number 10. All right, number 10. Okay, number 10 on the board. Okay, let me readjust this so this dumb thing is out of the glare, okay? All right, number 10. Number 10 is pretty easy, I think. Let's get the first two measures the same and the last two measures the same, okay? So let's just go ahead and get through this, okay? So we got little 1 with a dash, big 2, big 3, 4 with a dash, okay? So again, the second measure is just like the first measure. We've got little 1 dash, big 2, big 3, 4 dash. Okay, the last two measures. Okay, oops, forgot to put this down there. Okay, we got big 1, little 2 with a dash, little 3 with a dash, 4, and then big 1, little 2 with a dash, little 3 with a dash, big 4. Okay, pretty easy. Okay, hopefully by now you're understanding the quarter notes and everything. Okay, so let's just real quick, because once we got this, we know this, we're smart, okay? Remember, we're smart. Let's just stick click this real quick, okay? Okay. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Do notice, okay, right here we got beat 4, and on the next measure we got beat 1, okay? 4, 1. We'll have 4, 1, okay? So 1, rest, rest, 4, 1, rest, rest, 4. Let's just do those two measures, okay? The last two measures are number 10, okay? 1, 2, ready, and 1, rest, rest, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Easy peasy, right? All right, we'll move over to lesson 2 real quick. All right, lesson 2. I'm not going to write this one down. I'm just going to keep on going, okay? Let's look at number 9. Okay, number 9 real quick. If you've done this already, you should have it, okay? Number 9. Number 9, you should have, for that first measure, big 1 on that first quarter note, and then big 2, little 3 on that half note, okay? The half note happens on beat 2, so you should have a big 2 on that half note and a little 3, okay? And then that third quarter note in that measure, first measure 9, should be 4, okay? So that first measure should be 1, big 1, big 2, little 3, big 4, okay? And then that second measure, we got quarter note, quarter rest, quarter rest, quarter note, okay? So you should have a big 1, little 2, little 3, both with slashes, big 4, okay? And then that third measure, you got 2 quarter notes followed by a half rest, all right? So this quarter note should get big 1 and then big 2. That half rest should get little 2, or that half rest should get little 3, little 4 with slashes in it, okay? And then that last measure, okay, that last measure of number 9, we have 2 half notes. So the first half note should get big 1, little 2, and that second half note should get big 3, little 4. Okay, pretty easy, okay? So real quick, okay, I'm not going to write it down. Look at number 9. You got to look at number 9 this time. Okay, look at number 9. We're going to stick, click this and count, okay? Easy peasy. Ready? Stick, click, and count with me. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I understand maybe some of it might sound the same with the stick clicks because some of it you can't tell that I'm holding out. Okay. I'm not gonna sit here and sing all the time, but just know that those half notes get 2 beats. Half note get 2 beats. Okay. They should always have a big number and a little number. Big number and a little number. Okay. That's all I'm going to do in lesson 2 just because I'm running out of time on this video. So go ahead and move over to lesson 3. Lesson 3, okay, talking about the whole notes, okay, whole notes and whole rest, okay. Remember, whole notes get 4 beats. They get a big one. Usually they'll always happen on beat 1. Sometimes they'll happen on another beat when they're tying over to another measure, but we'll get into ties eventually. Today, I think today actually we're getting to ties, okay? But usually whole notes will happen on beat 1. So they should always get a big 1, a little 2, a little 3, a little 4, okay? A big 1, okay? I'll write this down real quick. Whole notes, okay, this is what a whole note should look like. Okay, we've got a whole note right here. Whole note. Can you see that? Yeah. Okay, it should always get a big one, a little 2, a little 3, a little 4. Okay, the reason it gets a little 2, little 3, little 4 is because you're holding the whole note out. You don't re-articulate a whole note. Okay, so let's look on lesson 3. Let's look at number 8. Okay, look at number 8. Okay, that first first measure of number 8, you have 3 quarter notes followed by a quarter rest. Okay, so the quarter notes will get a big 1, big 2, big 3. And then that quarter rest will get a little 4 with a slash. Okay, then you got 2 half notes, so you get that first half note gets a big 1, little 2. The second half note gets a big 3, little 4. Okay, and then after that third measure, you're followed with a whole note. That whole note will get big 1, little 2, little 3, little 4. Okay, whole notes get big 1, little 2, little 3, little 4. All right, and then that last one, you start off with a half rest and a half notes. Okay, that half rest will get a little 1, a little 2 with slashes. Okay, make sure you're putting the slashes in the numbers. I will count off points if you do not put the slashes with the numbers. All right, and then that half note gets a big 3, little 4. Okay, so let's stick, click, and count this one. Okay, again, we're stick, clicking, and counting line 8 on lesson 3. Okay, 1. Dang it, someone's calling again. All right, so let's stick, click, and count number 8. Okay, sorry, I got a phone call. Stick, click, and count number 8. 1, 2, stick, click, count number 8. 1, 2, already, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, do you notice that half rest comes over that whole note? So I obviously didn't click on that half rest because that half rest is silent. Okay. If I was to do it with the stick, if I was to do it with the stick click misses, it would look like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That's what it would look like if I did it with the stick click. The stick click misses. Okay. That's kind of hard to say. All right. All right. Move on to lesson 4. Lesson 4, the dotted half notes. Okay, dotted half notes, if you remember, the dot adds half the value to the note it is attached to. So a half note gets how many beats? 2. If you take half of 2, you're left with 1 beat. So what you're going to do is you're going to add 1 beat to the already 2 to make it 3. So remember, dotted half notes get 3 beats. Dotted half notes get 3 beats. Okay, so let's look at. Here, I'm going to pause this so I can write one down real quick. All right, so I'm back. So we're looking at number 7, lesson 4, number 7. Yeah. Lesson 4, number 7, okay? So I'm going to do this real big quick, okay? Remember, the dotted half note gets 3 beats, okay? So the count sequence with this one for the dotted half note, if it's on beat 1, is big 1, little 2, little 3, okay? It doesn't get 4 because, remember, it doesn't get 4 because the dotted half note's only 3 beats. So we get a big 1, little 2, little 3. Okay, then we got that quarter rest on beat 4, so it gets a big 4. The next measure, we get a half rest, okay? So it gets a little 1, little 2 with slashes, and then it's followed by 2 quarter notes. So we get a big 3, big 4. Remember, we're on number 7 of lesson 4, number 7, okay? The third measure gives us 1 quarter note followed by 2 quarter rests left with a quarter note. So that's going to be big 1, little 2 with a dash, little 3 with a dash, big 4. Sorry. And then the last measure, we get big 1, little 2, little 3, little 4 on that quarter rest. Okay? So remember, those half rests should look like that. Big 1, little 2, little 3. Now that's only if it's on beat. That's only if it's on beat. It's only if the dotted half note is on beat 1. Sometimes the dotted half note might be on beat 2. Sometimes it might be on beat 3. You never know. If it's on beat 3, then usually if it's on beat 3, it might tie over. It might be a tie instead of a dotted, but we'll get into that. Okay. All right, so let's click this and count this real quick because I'm literally on my last minute of this one. Okay. 1, 2, ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Notice I did do the stick click misses. Okay. All right. So this is part 2. This is into part 2. Real quick. I'm fixing. Got 30 seconds. Okay. Make sure to go find part 3, and we'll finish it up with lesson 5 and 6. Thank you.